Здравствуйте, дорогие друзья! Вы на канале «Русский язык с Пумой Месси». Всем привет! Здравствуйте! Hello, dear friends! I welcome you all to the channel Russian with Puma Messi. Finally, I am ready with a new video, and it took me a while because I really was thinking about the subject that we are about to discuss. This subject came up in my correspondence in messages with our subscriber, Karen Reed. Karen, thank you for the idea. And she was asking about cases of nouns. And since we've discussed the cases of nouns in singular, then when we ran into plural, some of you were confused with the endings in nouns. This is kind of a complex subject and it needs to be looked at in detail. But this is not the purpose of our channel, to go in depth of Russian grammar. That's why today I'm going to offer just a sneak peek into the subject, and I'll give you two examples of the nouns. And I hope that it won't be too difficult, it won't be too boring. And today is Sunday. You already all saw the stream from Messi, Sasha, Masha, and Gerd, and I hope that you're in great spirit and ready to work. So let's begin. Russian with Puma Messi, cases of nouns, plural, and it's not a big deal, just we are going to take a little peek into the problem. Cases of nouns, plural, and the basic rule for plurals in Russian is that the word ending change to all these wonderful letters, I, U, Ya, or A. And of course, Russian language has a number of exceptions, and you have to deal with exception on individual basis. Whenever you run into an exception, you will need to realize that it's an exception, and then you'll form the plural. Again, we are here not for the fact that you have to be able to form plural of any noun in the shortest possible way. No, our task is to be able to recognize the nouns in the context, nouns in speech, and realize that they all have endings that belong to different cases. And we know that we have 6 cases in Russian language. Also, this depends, the endings of nouns and plural depends on declension of the noun. And in general, if we can distribute all nouns in Russian language, there are 3 declensions. And each declension they try to put up a table with the most common endings and with the common endings for the cases. I am not going to give you that table. If you are very interested in that one, then we will go in depth, and I'll refer you to some other sources on the web where to take a look at those endings in detail. So what is the declension, you ask me? And declension is a linguistic term that linguists decided to come up with, and that's what it is when the nouns are inflected, or in other words, modified based on gender, number, or a case. And as we know that Russian language has 3 genders, it's masculine, feminine, and neuter. And in addition to all this wonderful stuff, it also has a case. And there are 6 cases. Wow, that was a lot to process. But let's go to the samples, to examples, and you'll see that actually it's not that difficult to understand. Again, we are not forming the cases, we are not forming the plurals, we are just recognizing those words. General rule that the subject of any sentence in Russian has to be in nominative, and the rest of the sentence, if you run into the nouns in the rest of the sentence, those nouns most likely going to be declined, either in gender, number, or case. And the word I am offering to you is the word that we are all familiar with. The word is звезда. Звезда, a star. And plural is, here we have it, звезды, звезды, stars. As we see, there is an ending, звезды, звезды. This is not the easiest word. This is one of those exception words where the stress from a moves to the stress over here, and yeah becomes yo. And that's why it's звезды. So sometimes the stress travels as well when we form plural. And that's why at the beginning stage of learning Russian, every linguist, every teacher uses the stress marks over the words. As you notice that I always put a stress mark over the word, because there is no rule in Russian language regarding the stress. You have to memorize those words, and when you're quite familiar, then Russians don't put stresses in articles and every other. So the moment you learn Russian well enough, we will be getting rid of the stresses. I mean, you will be probably on the channel. I'll keep the stress, the practice of leaving the stress over the words. So why don't I have stress over the yo? Remember, I told you that letter yo is always under the stress. Whenever we have the letter yo in the word, it means the stress on the word is going to be on the syllable where the letter yo is. So let's see. Звезда, singular. Звезды, plural. Let's go to the sentences. Messi is our teacher, and this is our first case, nominative. And Messi is saying, Gerda гепард, я пума, я звезда. И Герда звезда, не такая звезда, как я, но тоже звезда. Герда гепард, я пума, я звезда. И Герда звезда, не такая звезда, как я, но тоже звезда. Gerda is cheetah. I am a cougar. I am a star. And Gerda is a star. Not a star quite like me, but still she is a star. And here is the conclusion. Мы звезды. Мы звезды. We are stars. And here's our ending, plural. Мы звезды. Мы звезды. Let's move to the next case, genitive. У звезд очень трудная, но интересная жизнь. У звезд очень трудная, но интересная жизнь. Stars have a tough but very interesting life. And what do we have here? We have zero ending. This is the exception, how the genitive is formed in this particular case. So we just cut everything And we have zero ending у звезд. Звезд. У звезд очень трудная, но интересная жизнь. This is our genitive. Let's go to our next case. And the next case is dative. And dative has an ending am. Звездам нужно много работать. Звездам нужно много работать. Stars need to work a lot. And we know that. Yes, Messi and Gerda, they work a lot and they work very, very hard. Next case is accusative case. And I mentioned once when I was introducing gender cases of nouns in singular that accusative case is very interesting in Russian language. It depends whether the object is animate or inanimate. And I'm giving you two examples here because, of course, Gerda and Messi, they're animate stars, звезды. And we also have stars that are in the sky above us, and those are inanimate, we hope. And look the difference. And here is animate. Вы можете видеть нас, звезд, на наших каналах. Вы можете видеть нас, звезд, на наших каналах. And it's animate, and it's pretty much like genitive. We have zero ending over here, звезд. Мы видим звезд. Вы видите звезд. However, when we are talking about sky stars, that's what we have. На небе мы видим звезды. На небе мы видим звезды. And then accusative is pretty much like nominative. На небе мы видим звезды. Inanimate. And here the translation of the first sentence. Вы можете видеть нас, звезд, на наших каналах. You can see us, the stars, at our channels. And the translation of the second sentence, inanimate. We see stars in the sky. We see stars in the sky. There is another word here that is in plural. На наших каналах. Канал is a channel. Каналы is plural. Канал is singular. Каналы is plural. And here this word на наших каналах is in prepositional. На наших каналах. But pay attention to this one. На наших каналах. Наш канал. This is the possessive pronoun. Наш, our. And it also stays in plural. And the ending is их, наших каналах. That's where the agreeable factor of agreeable aspect of Russian language comes into play. When we have a noun in the case that everything that pertains to that noun, like possessive pronoun, has to agree in case and number with that noun. So here is каналах, plural, prepositional, and the possessive pronoun наших also has to follow suit. That's why Russian is, that's how it has to be in Russian language. So, на наших каналах, at our channels, at our channels. I hope you're still not too much confused and able to follow Messi on his lesson. Let's go. Instrumental, instrumental. Нами, звездами, все гордятся. And the ending of the instrumental is ами. Нами, звездами, все гордятся. Нами, звездами, все гордятся. People are proud of us. Stars. And here is the prepositional case. О нас, о звездах все знают. The ending is ах. О нас, о звездах все знают. Everyone knows about us, about stars. This is the complete declension of all 6 cases for the noun звезда, звезды, звезды. Let's make a quick review. So, nominative, звезды, genitive, звезд, dative, звездам, accusative, звезд, animate, inanimate, звезды, instrumental, звездами, prepositional, о звездах, о звездах. That's how Russian sounds. If you just take away all the context and you start just to decline those nouns, it's going to be quite a mess. That's why, no worries, when we will be running into the plural of nouns in our context, I will be bringing your attention to that. And the recent video about Masha making wreath for Gerda was a very, very interesting video, and you watched it with pleasure. And the word dandelion, I think it's a very cute word. It's easy to pronounce, and I decided, and it's not a short one. You have enough speaking material to work with. And I've decided to give you all cases for this word, except one case. You'll tell me what case is missing over here. Let's see. Одуванчик, одуванчик, dandelion, plural. Одуванчики, the ending is E. Одуванчики, dandelions. And here the stress staying in the same syllable, that what makes it regular plural. And let's read our sentences. Мама принесла одуванчики, одуванчики, nominative or accusative, I don't know, you tell me. Много одуванчиков. And this is genitive, definitely. Одуванчиков, одуванчиков, одуванчиков. So here's одуванчики. Most likely is accusative, it's inanimate. And then много одуванчиков. This is our genitive. Мама принесла одуванчики. Много одуванчиков. Mom brought dandelions, many dandelions. And then we go to dative. Одуванчикам нужна вода. Одуванчикам нужна вода. Dandelions need water. Мы украсили Герду одуванчиками, instrumental, одуванчиками, ами, ending is ами. Мы украсили Герду одуванчиками. We adorned Gerda with dandelions. And then prepositional. Мы сделали видео об одуванчиках. Ах, ending. Ах. Мы сделали видео об одуванчиках. We made a video about dandelions. That's how the cases work. Depending on the context, the case will be applied to a noun, and noun will acquire its declension mode and declension form that it's necessary to form a grammatical form of Russian sentence. I hope you will have the entire Sunday to practice these cases of nouns, but don't spend too much, don't overthink it. It's just a matter of practice, and again, all we need is just the ability to recognize the words in the context. Always look into the base of the word and always know that if you don't quite recognize that word, it means that it's probably in some case. And that's all Messi and we had to say today about cases of nouns in plural in Russian language. I hope that you're all enjoying Sunday. Today is Sunday. Wishing you a wonderful, wonderful day, and I'll see you very, very soon.